I'm standing here in front of a clay model of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and you might be wondering why it's not leaning as much as you remember. Well, that's because in the late 20th century, a team of engineers managed to partially straighten this iconic structure. It's a bit like trying to stand up a tipsy friend at the end of a night out, except this friend weighs 14,500 tons and has been leaning for centuries. The Leaning Tower of Pisa started tilting almost as soon as construction began in 1173. You see, the ground beneath it was too soft on one side. It's like building a sandcastle on a beach. One side always seems to sink more than the other. In 1990, the tower was closed to the public. Engineers were brought in to assess the situation and implement a temporary fix. They added 600 tons of lead counterweights to the north side of the tower base. It's a bit like trying to fix a wobbly table by piling books on one side. It might work for a while, but it's not solving the real problem. In 1993, engineers attempted to stabilize the tower by drilling anchors into the ground and attaching them to the tower. But here's the thing, it didn't work. The anchors couldn't hold against the enormous forces involved, and the tower kept tilting. Other solutions were proposed and rejected. One idea was to pump groundwater from beneath the tower, hoping the soil would compact. Another was to use electroosmosis to strengthen the soil. It's a bit like trying to fix a sinking ship by drilling holes in the hull. You might solve one problem, but you're likely to create several more. The engineers needed a solution that was both effective and gentle. The breakthrough came in 1999 with a technique called under-excavation. The idea was to remove small amounts of soil from under the high side of the tower, allowing it to settle back towards vertical. But how do you remove soil from under a 500-ton tower without causing it to collapse? Over several months, the tower's tilt was reduced by about 4 centimeters. Finally, the lead counterweights were removed and a drainage system was installed to manage groundwater levels. The result? A tower that's still charmingly tilted, but no longer in danger of collapse. It's like giving an old building a very slow, very careful chiropractic adjustment. Today, the Leaning Tower of Pisa stands at a reduced tilt of about 4 degrees. It's a remarkable example of human ingenuity and the power of thinking outside the box, or in this case, under the tower. The next time you visit Pisa, take a moment to appreciate not just the tower's iconic lean, but the invisible engineering feat that saved it for future generations. And remember, sometimes the best solutions are the ones you can barely see, much like the tiny amount of straightening that saved this massive tower.